Okay.
She's going to sing during her interview right now, too, as well. Back to your CRS Day 3 coverage. The Backstage Pass rolls on. Brandon Morrill and Kaden Gordon here at the SportsGuysPodcast.com. And, of course, out there, too, KKTC True Country 99.9 out there, too, HighTideCountry.net in Oklahoma as well. And I know traffic was crazy for this morning.
Oh, my God, it was very crazy.
Everybody goes back to work.
Right.
Temperature goes up in the upper 30s to like low 40s, and the sun comes out.
Yeah.
And I'm sure schools open back up here in Nashville today after the hard freeze. Remy Garrison joining us here. How are you?
I'm doing great now that I'm here. How are you?
Been a hot minute. We were talking before the show, too, that you've been on, too. It's amazing how time flies. What's going on here for 2025, and what brings you to CRS, all this big reunion?
Oh, my gosh. First of all, I'm happy to see you. It's like you just said, it has been a long time. We were doing some catching up. It's my first time here at CRS. Apparently, we had a sponsor reach out and say, hey, can you sing at the Warner Luncheon? And I was like, yeah, I'd love to. So that was a lot of fun. And honestly, I'm so blown away at seeing all the people that I know, and also new people that I'm meeting. I'm like, oh my gosh, how are you doing? It's so crazy that we're all here. It feels like a big hang, doesn't it?
It's a big hang, no doubt, too. And when we step out this curtain, once we finish one, we try not to do as many as we're doing, but
especially today.
Today they pull you in, and it's the last day. We gotta get them in, which is always fun out there. Hey, let's talk about music releases and what's coming up next for you and kind of the calendar for 2025.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to say that I just went into studio and recorded 7 new songs. I am trying to navigate whether it's going to be an EP or just releasing singles back to back to back. I'm just not getting mixes, and I think I do know the start of the first single that'll come out maybe at the end of March. So,
okay, looking forward to that too. You know what's cool, and I talked about this with several of the great female artists yesterday. It's been cool to see this rise for females in country music right now, kind of getting that due diligence, girl power, if you want to call it that movement, empowerment, if you will. What's that mean kind of for you, looking at that, not just what Lainey's doing, but a host of others right behind her too, and the women finally getting that call, that due diligence for the songs they're putting out, the shows they're putting on too, and just it is an empowerment movement right now.
I think it's great that the women in country music are having such a big moment, because I feel like that was really big in the 90s as well, when Shania and Faith were coming up. So for it to be a full circle moment, I think is really cool, because I feel like we have so many talented women in this industry, and one thing that I'm such an advocate for is community over competition. And I'm always there's always a seat at my table for anyone and everyone, especially women. And I just think we all have so many things to say, so many stories, and I love that our voices are our dial is being turned up, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And where are you going to be on tour, if you have a tour coming up, or any upcoming projects or anything like that, other than your single?
I'm in the middle of trying to actually maybe open up for people on tour, so that's really fun. It's in the talks.
It's in the works.
What about that negotiation?
I don't know yet, but hopefully, the next time I see y'all, hopefully it's not as long.
We can't go that long without talking.
Yeah,
it's just too much, especially one of the future superstars in the industry right now too. Hey, talk about this, because a lot of people, fans, don't see it behind the scenes. There's a lot of obstacles as artists, the things that you face, and we face creating the media, same types of things, but
entertainment in itself,
how it is, and maybe fans don't see it. But talk about some of those that are just hard to overcome, and how you just keep fighting through it.
Honestly, there's a lot of things to overcome in this industry. I feel like criticism is a big one, just because my single that I put out at the end of the year in 2024, Delusional, I was advised to not put out that song because it didn't fit the country mold, and they were like, it's too pop, let's do this. And I was like, well, I want to put it out. And it felt like a very personality song for me. And then it was my best performing song, Serious XM on the highway. Picked it up, and they played it on the Horizon on the weekends, and that was so crazy and so amazing. So I think the number one thing that I definitely learned in just music in general is to stay authentic, be yourself, and make music that makes you happy and that you enjoy creating, because in the end, it's your name and your face on the music, and you're going to be singing for the rest of your life. And I think criticism is always good, but in the end, you should always make the final.
Right. Thanks.
No doubt, too. Well, I'll tell you what, always good to catch up with you. We've got to do a full one of these to send the radio with some songs, have a good time with this, tell the whole story again, and just have fun with it. I know it's brief because it is Country Radio Seminar, but I'm so glad you came by to kind of reconnect with us, catch up on all this stuff, and I hope you will come back.
You already know. I could just come hang with y'all and talk about anything. Like we could talk about like how amazing it is to go to Taco Bell at 2 a.m. when you've like had too many drinks. And,
Yes.
Then we can also talk about dogs. I'm down for anything and
I
everything.
might even throw some sports conversation in there with it too. Like
I'm from Alabama. You already know. We're all tied.
It's all real time. Do that too.
I'm a big sports fan. When it's like football season, my eyes are glued to that screen.
That screen there too. Let's talk some football with her too. Where's Jalen Millerell going in the draft? We'll find out here on the Backstage Pass.
It's
again.
so funny because my dad says that I could be a draft analysis person because I'm always pretty accurate on where our band players go.
So should we do a sports show?
Yes.
All right. So what we do NFL draft show with Remy Garrison here on the Backstage Pass, powered by thesportsguyspodcast.com before high school football and college football kick off this fall, which I'll be doing some games down there for the universities and the high schools. So Remy Garrison, NFL draft expert / musician.
Yes.
I like
There you
it.
go.
My dad's gonna die when he sees this.
Appreciate you being here. One of the best
Yeah,
music
thanks for
right
coming
now.
by.
Remy Garrison here, the Backstage Pass rolls on day 3, Country Radio Seminar, and you're right, they're out there lined up. We're going to be pumping about quick here over the next hour and sign off hopefully before 12 o'clock here at KKTC. True Country 99.9, and of course out there, hightidecountry.net, powered by the sportsguyspodcast.com. Brandon Morrell, Caden Gordon back in a flash.